Hello everyone, Tom here from HT Network, and today I'm going to show you guys how to port forward your FiveM server, which will mean that all of your friends, your family, random people can join your FiveM server that are outside of your network or your VPS's network. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and it'll work for a FiveM server running on your own PC and a FiveM server on a Windows VPS, for example. So if you are hosting your FiveM server on a Windows VPS, you can follow along on this. So first things first, on your Windows device, go to the home screen, and what you guys are going to want to do is find in the search bar Windows Defender Firewall with Advanced Security. It is a type of app. You should see it, and it looks something like this. Windows Defender Firewall with Advanced Security. Just search it in the start bar, and you should be able to find it. From here, you're going to go to Inbound Rules, and inside of this Inbound Rules section, you guys can see I already have quite a few from previous videos and client things. You're going to want to make a new rule inside of here, and we're going to make two, and each one is basically going to allow the network settings to allow connections to our own device, basically. So click New Rule. It's going to pop up a window like this. Go to Port, then click Next. Select TCP, which is already pre-selected. Specific local ports, we're going to type 30120, which is the default port for FiveM. Click Next, allow the connection, Next, allow every single one of these, and call it anything you want. It doesn't make a difference. And then click Finish. We're going to do another rule. Again, it's going to pop up the same window. Go to Port, click Next. This time select UDP, not TCP, so select UDP. Exact same port, 30120, our FiveM port. Click Next. Allow the connection, and then click Next again. Make sure domain, private, and public is ticked once again, and then click Next, and the exact same thing. Name it anything you want as long as you know what it is, and then click Finish. That is the inbound rules done. Now we're going to go to outbound rules. In outbound rules, click New Rule. This little window will pop up. Select Port, click Next. This time, it's TCP again. For the specific remote port, we're going to type 30120, the exact same thing as last time. Click Next. On outbound rules, by default, it blocks the connection. We need to click Allow the connection, and then click Next. All of these will be pre-ticked. Just click Next. And for the name, again, anything you want, I'm just going to put FiveM. And now one more thing. We're going to do our last rule, which is another outbound rule, this time for UDP. So new rule. The little window will pop up. Select port, click Next. This time select UDP, and for the local remote port 30120. Click Next, allow the connection, click Next. Make sure all of these are ticked, click Next, and for the name, again, anything you want, like FiveM. So if you are running a FiveM server on a Windows VPS like me, then you probably don't need to do the next step I'm about to show. Especially with HT Network VPSs, we handle the rest of the port forwarding for you. This is it. Your FiveM server will now be joinable. However, if you're running it on your own PC, or you don't know if your VPS server host, if it isn't HT Network, port forwards the rest for you, you're going to need to follow these steps. You need to open up your browser, and you need to get the name of your Wi-Fi host. So your ISP, your internet service provider. Once you've got your internet service provider's name, simply Google, for example, if I'm using BT Wi-Fi like I do at home, this is a VPS, so obviously I don't, I would just search BT Wi-Fi settings. And it should pop up with your Wi-Fi provider's website, and it will say how to access the settings on your router. As you can see right here, for BT Wi-Fi in the UK, you go to this address right here. This is not your IP address. This is a default router address, which takes you to the settings page. On this settings page, what you need to do is basically do the exact same steps that we just did on our firewall settings on our own PC, but in your Wi-Fi router settings as well. A lot of the time, Wi-Fi providers block what we've just done on your own PC. You need to do both of them, but they block it on the actual internet itself, so it still won't work. So you need to do that exact same steps, but on your Wi-Fi settings. If you don't know how to do that, unfortunately, it is different for every single Wi-Fi provider, so it's very hard for me to show you. However, a very, very simple way to learn how to do it on your Wi-Fi provider settings, open another tab in your browser and just search, for example, BT Wi-Fi, so your ISP name, and then how to port forward. So port and then forward, just like the title of this video. And Pretty much every single Wi-Fi provider is always going to have a nice little forum on their website which says how to port forward on your Wi-Fi router settings. You can see here BT splits it up into their different types of routers. Every Wi-Fi provider will let you do this. Unfortunately, we commonly see this with HD network customers. If you're in America, it's very common that American Wi-Fi providers restrict port forwarding abilities to business plans on your Wi-Fi. I don't know why. I've never seen this in the UK or with UK customers or European ones. It's probably possible, but sometimes Wi-Fi providers do block you from port forwarding. So you'll either need to buy that business plan, or you can buy a Windows VPS from HD Network. That eliminates any of the Wi-Fi settings on your side. We don't mess with your Wi-Fi at all. We deal with the Wi-Fi. We use our own Wi-Fi. You get a virtual Windows computer just like this, and you can run a bunch of game servers on it as well, not just FiveM, all for the same price. So check that out down in the description below. But that is it. That is how you port forward. Your FiveM server should now be joinable.